Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Campaign 13, Vanilla Sunday. I am your host, as always, Virinity Void. This here is part 3. We are in 1507. Indeed, we have the Protestant Reformation that has spawned in. Bavaria is the home of it. Teardrop has converted, and Saintonge will be converting to Reformed in this part, should Reformed actually start spreading. So we shall see how that goes. Other than that, in terms of changes, we had the Angles get effectively fully annexed. They are now left in the northern part of the Isles, but their homeland has been partitioned between the Cherusci and Dumnonia. Shamrock Paradox is trying to strike back at Dumnonia, but they may lose that war. And my submissions have been getting bullied. Zarkunias is a vassal and was forced to convert religions. Niels Vakes got BTFO'd by Albania, and the Autotexial Empire is getting shoved in. In terms of other changes, a Vermilion Paradox was overambitious, and they got BTFO'd by Kionjar. Manila is doing their own thing. East Asia is pretty quiet all around so far. Latakia has formed Australia, and they apparently don't have national ideas for Australia, so their national ideas got messed up. Interesting. Crimson Paradox has been devouring South American nations. Indeed, the Huguenots got annexed, and so did Potiguara. Other than them getting annexed, Vicura has been on a rampage in Central America, and the Golden Eighth won a single war against Yokuts, and Powhatan fully annexed HFY, effectively coming back from the brink that HFY put them there in the very first part. This will be the final part that I give a recap on what happened in the previous part. Next, in part 4, I will be reading off some national ideas of various nations, so let's get on with things. Hoping I don't have my allergies are not they're not acting up that much this time around. We'll see if that stays course. My nose is itchy though. God damn. Dumnonia and Cherusci, they are going after Shamrock Paradox and trying to take away the control that Shamrock Paradox is exerting over the north of France after kicking out Picardy. Manila and Shimazu are trying to use their ships to land at Wenzhou against Dai Viet and Ning. And then Pasai is going after Banjar, and then OQ4 is going after 9M. So, slot machines fighting slot machines, and East Asians fighting East Asians. Business as usual, business as usual. Dai Viet, obviously their fleet is getting messed up. Manila has a fleet of 18 ships, and Shimazu has a fleet of 3 ships, so Manila is really the one strutting around with any sort of naval force whatsoever. And then it seems as though Tafilalt will be forming Morocco, since they are about to get Fez, or Fas, however you want to say it. I don't know when Reformed spawns in, because right now there is... Okay. Thought the game was going to crash. It is not here yet, so I will check in around 1510 and 1515, see when it kicks off. If it does kick off. The Alemanni and the Cherusci are now going after Divine Bavaria. Interesting, but whatever colony there was here, it is now burned down, therefore these two landlocked nations will not be gaining any land whatsoever. It should be noted, Alemanni has taken Frankfurt, which is a beautiful province. Shamrock Paradox also lost their war. They have been kicked back to Scandinavia for the most part, and Cherusci as well as Dumnonia took a little bit more of that northern section of France. Zarkonius, their Liberty Desire is hovering around 40%. They could become rebellious, depends. Sapphire Paradox is not immune to ones like the Basri Order. Indeed, the Basri Order is 2 military techs behind, but has the same is on the same quantity level as Sapphire Paradox. Thomond, I'm just looking at national ideas and what they're taking. Ah, okay, Wales is taking some interesting exploration and expansion ideas, so they might very well be ones to spawn in colonialism if they get colonies in the Americas. That is the main thing. Also, Wales could have internal conflicts. They should get that stability in place. And, you know, the war is going on. Vaikura is taking on Tizotzil and Tonala. Walaita is taking on Alodia. Catholic Zealots rising up in Teardrop because, hey, they don't like this whole Protestant business. I'm not entirely sure if Teardrop can do much about them. Their force limit cannot be that high. Indeed, their force limit is 4. Yeah. Oh god, the estate agenda has failed too. Teardrop. Government action can mean boost militarization. Do you want to boost your militarization though? I don't know. But yeah, Vaikura is trying to strut their own stuff, use their big fancy Tech 6 military to bully Tonala and Tizotzil. And I don't really know who's going to win here. The capital of Alodia is down, however, the fortress at Shewa is down, so these two seem to be a match for each other. For now. Nelter League, they are colonizing Cyprus. Oh my goodness. And they have colonized Crimea, so the Nelter League, they survive for now. Bavaria, they're trying to take Ulm, and if they complete this colony, that is going to be very troublesome considering that Alemannia is 1 military tech ahead, and they have like triple the amount of forces Bavaria has. Very troubling indeed. These rowdy German tribes, they don't want to be contained. Let's just say that. They don't want to be contained at all. Niels Vakes, are you still colonizing? You are. Albania is allied with Wallachia and Etruria, and Albania is annexing Florence as we speak. Bosnia, the Papacy, and Tuscany all hate Albania, for good reason, I think. And Zarkonias is working on being annexed by the Sapphire Paradox, slated to be done in 1520. I don't know why I said 17. Kionjar is looking to finish off Vermilion Paradox, and I think it's going to happen. It's looking like it's going to be affirmative, and Takeda is over here bullying Shimazu, as one does on a normal occasion. Yellow Paradox, they haven't done anything yet. They are a stateless society, though, so anyone who attacks a Yellow Paradox, especially like in the jungle, you're going to have a very, very rough time. Pretender Rebels in Teardrop. Pretender Rebels fighting off and losing to the Catholic Zealots. Alright. Interesting. So Tonala may not lose land, but Tizotzil definitely probably going to get fully annexed. At least that's what I think. I could be wrong. Saintonge is doing a coast invasion against Shamrock Paradox. Picardy Separatists in Cheruski. And I believe this is probably like the last bit of Shamrock Paradox that's going to stay, unless somehow Shamrock Paradox is able to beat the army of Saintonge. I have my doubts, but I have seen crazier things happen in these campaigns. I will say that for certain. No, Reformed is not a thing yet. Not quite. Let's let's see. I'm surprised the Autotexial Empire is going for the northern Black Sea area and nothing around where they directly border. Like, this is a 13 development province, man. You don't want that? Really? And there's a nice 20 development with the trade hub. Like, come on. Surely. Tafilalt has formed Morocco. Interesting. Walaita has won against Alodia, monopolizing a little bit of the part of the, or at least contesting the Nile River. There you go. Zanskar going after 9X, and I do believe that anything 9X tries to do is going to be futile. Indeed, their capital at Kunduz is already down. 9X. This, what's it called? This slot machine does not seem to have the answers that they need. Vermilion Paradox also fully annexed by Kionjar. Kionjar might very well form Orissa. Depends. They just need this one province here at Kalingandra. If they can get that, Kionjar brings back the land of the Gahapadi. Gachapadi? Gahapadi. I'm not entirely sure. Kerman also now has a firm border with the Basri Order. So there is that potential for conflict. Sibir and Mogulistan can now finally go after each other. Indeed, it seems they have already gone to war once, and there was nothing that came of it. And Zanskar finishes the war. They take a few provinces from 9X. Not the capital at Kunduz, but a little bit of something something. That little bit of something something is just enough to give Zanskar the edge. Manila's going after Pasai for Tete, and they're going to win that. Saint-Onge and Avignon are going after Shamrock Paradox. Still, I didn't even know Avignon was in this, but yeah, Shamrock Paradox is unable to do much about this. Chondalog is going to be under siege, and it's going to go down. It's that simple. There's no stopping it. Unite the clans. I don't know if Thomond can form Ireland. It doesn't look like they can. But Thomond's national ideas aren't that bad. Like, core creation cost minus 10%, more land force limit, more taxes, and cheaper mercenaries. The AI does use mercenaries. More production efficiency, and at the end, global settler increase. Like, that's pretty solid for an AI-only campaign, I gotta say. And Thomond I was choosing between like Thomond and Sligo, as well as like Connacht. So just without looking at the national ideas, I say I chose pretty well. Sapphire Paradox going after the Autotexial Empire, and boy oh boy, I don't think this is gonna go well for the Autotexial Empire. And Zarkonias, actually, they can be annexed while at war. You can diplomatically annex while at war. Do they have enough Liberty Desire? Oh, 62.4%. They do have enough Liberty Desire. So the annexation process has been halted for now. If the enemy, actually no. I thought Sapphire Paradox had more enemies. They do not. What other wars do we got going on? None. So Picardy got Artois, and then Saint-Onge got Caux and Picardy. So the real Picardy is stuck over here in London. You know, it really does feel nice to record and not like not have a runny nose, not be sniffling. It feels good on my end, at least. Aotearoa, where are you colonizing? Are you colonizing in these islands? Yes, you are. And your national idea is giving you cheaper stability, cheaper recruitment time, more colonial range. Aotearoa should have no issues extending their reach all across the Pacific Ocean. And Vaikura finished up their war. Tizotzil is indeed gone. And now that we are in the Age of Reformation, Wasconia taking a little bit of the Canaries. Strathclyde taking the Azores, and Madeira. Madeira? Something. Oh, wait a minute. Now, Saintonge is taking the fight to Wasconia. Wasconia is fighting Saintonge, Avignon, and Cagoule. Saintonge is fighting Picardy and Wasconia, so basically only Wasconia. And it does feel like the surrounding enemies have finally come to roost. It's looking like it's going to be lights out for Wasconia Gascony. I don't see how they get out of this at all. They don't even have superior military tech. They have inferior military tech. So it is dark days for Wasconia. Interestingly enough, over here, Bosnia still no solid land border. Really? I am shocked. They have gone that long with no solid land border. That's a little out there for me, personally. Like, it's impressive more so than it is weird. I did not think they would be able to do that. Nelter League allied with Etruria, Wasconia, and Strathclyde. And, you know, Wasconia is just being torn apart. They are being, well, like, they're being torn apart at the seams. There's no direct frontal assault except for at the capital, but that's being switched up here and there. It's kind of like playing with your food, you know? Playing with your victim. And Jesus Christ, the Autotexial Empire, their main homeland was just completely annexed by Sapphire Paradox. I hate this. You're just saying that, Verinity, because you're biased. Your submissions are getting fully annexed. Yes, I'm biased. Of course I am. You would think I would be biased even if I didn't have any submissions, because I picked the vanilla tags for the most part. But yeah, Autotexial Empire, they have now moved their base of operations up to Bender, which is 27 development. That's very solid. They have no allies. That's the only thing. And Zirconius, they are still being annexed as we speak. Ayutthaya is making a little bit of a landing in the Indian subcontinent. And Banjar and Pasai, they are spreading themselves out over Southeast Asia. Myeongvax, they have a land border with Chu Chen, could result in a war. Eora and Australia going after each other. They're tussling for control of that entire... do we still consider Australia a continent? Do we? I don't know. I'm just going to say yes. Yeah, I'm not too invested. I'm just going to say yes. Yeah, it's still a continent. I'm keeping an eye out. Is Reformed coming through? And we have Protestant zealots in Bavaria. Bavaria, can you fight those? Oh shit! Teardrop, they conceded to the rebels and now they are Catholic. That government reform gets revoked. Yikes. So yeah. They just don't have enough forces to stop those rebels. If Powhatan comes knocking on the door of Teardrop, there's nothing Teardrop can do. They're just so crippled by that one drop army. Just that first national idea. It's very much just crippling to every part of them, except their economy, of course. I think their economy is doing okay, but you know, it's rough. It's really rough. Wasconia thoroughly taken out back and shot. Not killed off, but mortally wounded, as you can see here. And then Albania, they did fully annex Florence. Albania is going to have a lot of power when push comes to shove in this region. What else? I think we're probably going to go to like 1727, 1728, somewhere around there. Autotexial separatists rising up, but it is of no consequence to Sapphire Paradox. Indeed, Sapphire Paradox. They are large and they are in charge. Mahra is allied with Karman and the Basri Order. They are attacking Karman for Mogostan. So right here. And it does look as though the Basri Order, they are one military tech ahead, so they have the commanding lead here. I'm not entirely sure whether Mahra and Karman can stop this. The capital at Karman is still fine. Gonna need 9,000 troops for that, but that's not an issue. I guess we'll see how badly Karman and Mahra lose. At least that's just what I'm thinking. Takeda, they have annexed part of Shimazu. I'm not entirely sure if Shimazu can really come back from this. They have no allies. Takeda, allied with Dai Viet and Manila. Goguryeo, allied with Ning. Khalkha, not allied with anyone. So it's overseas politics, overseas wars. There's not really much that's going to happen. And Neosvakas, just end them. Just kill my children already, goddammit. You know, I don't know. Campaign after campaign, I'm just suffering, man. And Alemanni is actually going in on or for And Bavaria, legitimately, they got no army for this. There's no semblance of, like, possibility for them to, like, I don't know, there's no semblance of resistance. Bavaria is absolutely demolished. Oy. Yeah, there's nothing. Unfortunate. Powhatan, who are you? Okay, still allied with Huron. Quebec, they are doing their own thing. Peru, Purple Paradox. Crimson Paradox. Fulo, Mossy, Air. And yeah, Neosvakas, just, you know, what can they do? What can they really do? Even their religious legacy is being stifled, so... Oh well, Papacy has taken over Malta, seeking to re-establish the Order of Malta, probably. Maybe. Perhaps. I have no idea. Also, I think I remember to make Russia's national ideas not give Siberian frontiers. I think. I hope. I'll check after this part. But yeah, Kerman, the capital Kerman is not down, but the war goal it's for Mogostan, and they can't really do anything about that. Mahra is also too far away to help, really. So, unfortunate times, I suppose. Shirvan, they do border the Basri Order, and they are allied with Nogai as well as Sibir. And Wasconia, personal union with excuse me. I mean, granted, Wasconia is not that big. I understand that. But in the Gascon Succession War, fighting Wales and Gascony, I don't think you're going to win that, Wales. I think you best give up Wasconia. The vacant crown probably should go toward Saintonge. That's just my guess. Alemanni taking a very, very big chunk out of Bavaria. And, yeah, Alemanni is just... They're large and in charge, alongside Cherusci. I kind of wonder which German tribe is going to win out, if I'm honest. That's what we're looking toward. Also, Thomon, where are you colonizing? No, like, legitimately, where are you colonizing? Really? Oh, excuse me. Why over there? Of all places. Bosnia, of course, didn't lose any land. They were landlocked. This is the very first bordering province that they're going to get. So, The time for Bosnia to come out of the shadows is now. And as much as Kerman is trying, they are unable to do much against the Basri Order. Zarkunia is about halfway, a little more than halfway to being annexed, supposedly being done by about 1528. However, no, Liberty Desire is at about 40%. It's just sticking right around there. And if it stays at 40%, not really much is going to happen. Avignon, you are fighting alongside Saintonge, and you are doing your own thing. Well, still no reformed. I'll check for sure. Yep, no reformed. Anything else going on? What wars do we got? Ning and all of them are going after Shimazu, but I mean I think it's for this province, right? Okinawa. But no one is sieging Okinawa. So, Shimazu wins. Supposedly. I mean, the blockade is a little much. Remember, kids, blockades contribute to war score. Oh, wait a minute. Paradox conquest of Suakin. You're going after Walaita. Why? What did Walaita do to you? Oh my god, their army got demolished. I saw like 11 or 12 here, and then I just saw 0. That's terrifying. It's like the entire military disbanded. Just like, no more military. No more fun. None of this. And the annexation is still underway. Because, like, sometimes when going to war, the annexate or the Liberty Desire can jump up or whatever. But, nah. Nothing. I see a little something something. Yes, we have the Center for Reformed Faith over here in Saintonge, or near enough. So, August or January 1st of 1524, we will have Saintonge convert. Actually, can you convert when you're at war? No, you cannot. So when they are done with this war, that is when they will officially convert. With that being said, the Basri Order, they won the war and they annexed Hormuz. That's it. They only annexed Hormuz, nothing else. So, a bit of a shot across the water. Like, you know what? You better fuck off. Better piss off. What's it called? Kerman, or else I'm gonna come back. Strathclyde going after North Africa and going for the third conquest of Fas, and, well, Tafilalt can't do shit about it. I mean, Morocco. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, I think we all kind of anticipated that. Unfortunate as it is, it's just the nature of things. Although I'm surprised that Strathclyde... Oh, no. Ayr is allied with Morocco. I was seeing that wrong. My bad. But Strathclyde is 4 military techs ahead. That's a little intense. That's a little much. This is an easy win if Strathclyde attacks. And, even with the penalties, how do you lose that? How do you lose that? You like, numerically inferior, I know. But you're 4 military techs ahead. Doesn't that count for like an instant win there? Just like a draw 4, fuck you in Uno? I don't know. And I don't... Oh, Walaita, finally, allied with Malindi, but I doubt that's going to make much of a difference. Malindi is in this war, but it's just like... Sapphire Paradox is already doing a shitload of work. Can you really do anything else? I doubt it. Etruria allied with Albania and the Nelter League. Cyprus, they are not of Nelter culture, or whatever primary culture the Nelter League is. They are of Greek culture. Suakin, oh my god, a little bit of spit. Has been annexed by Sapphire Paradox, Walaita taking a very fat L, and Zarkunias almost fully annexed. Nelter League colonizing into Anatolia now. Strathclyde is going over toward the Caucasus. And what else? Courland is looking very nice and filled out. Wasconia, Gascony, they are now under the personal union of Saintonge. And with September 1st coming around and peace being upon the land, Reformed has taken hold in more ways than one. Indeed, it is time. Let me just make sure that I have this correctly, that he wanted me. So these two nations are kind of paired. Make them both Reformed when the Reformation hits. And Huguenot Antarctique uses my America slot. Gotcha. So Saintonge converting to Reformed. There we go. Alright, and this time I don't believe Saintonge is going to fall to rebels like Teardrop did. They're going to stay Reformed. Feel that fervor, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for new religious perspectives. I don't know if we're going to have anyone convert to Protestantism per se, but at least we got one nation that sees the light of the new path. What else do we got? Nogai, Basri Order, Mahra. Yeah, Kerman is no longer allied with Mahra. Walaita is being fully annexed, though, by Sapphire Paradox. I thought there was going to be maybe an alliance there, maybe something positive, but I should have known better. Sapphire Paradox likes to hurt people and doesn't like to let them forget. My Shane, where's your military? Do something! Also, aren't they Manishan? Oh no, they're Karmazda, right. I forgot. I think we'll go to like August 1st of 1528? Something like that. Peasants rising up in Etruria. Somehow, Strathclyde is now losing this war. I guess Strathclyde just underestimated how much quantity really means in these wars. So, yeah. Fez, it stands tall. Ayr and Morocco are just right here, staring at Strathclyde's army menacingly, coming down from the mountains and just saying, yo, get the fuck out. So there is that. Morocco actually probably going to take at least one or two provinces if Gibraltar allows it. It's a strait, but it's also over water. I'm not sure if that prohibits them from taking land. And, yeah. I guess 3 military techs of difference doesn't mean all that much in the grand scheme of some wars. Yadava allied with Ginji, Kionjar allied with Nepal, Dundar allied with Nepal, Zanskar no allies, Bomthang allied with Chuchen, Myeongvax no allies, Jin no allies, Ning allied with Daiviet and Golguryeo, Mogulistan not allied with anyone, Sibir allied with Nogai and Shirvan. Any wars going on? Oh wow! I just looked at them. Chuchen is attacking Myeongvax in a straight 1v1. Vaikira is going after Tonala, and I have to believe that Tonala is gonna get wrecked. What is this for? This is for Patsukwaro, which it was a colony right over here. They are on the same tech level, but Vaikira has way more troops, and they are rearing to go. And Morocco, as well as Air, they're chilling in their own land. They're just, come at me, Strathclyde. You won't. You absolutely won't. The Angles finding themselves in a comfortable, if isolated, position. And I believe, we can go another year. We can go 1529. I looked at the recording timer, and it's not too late. We can put it closer to 40 minutes. Myeongvox, though, they are losing to Chu Chen. They are one military tech behind, and they are struggling so far. Is there a fort here? There is not. The only fort is at Pu'er and also Hisenui. Chu Chen has forts at Hanzhong as well as their capital, Jinchuan. Kind of curious if we'll get an encounter in the mountains. Perhaps, or actually, Chu Chen has called in the ally of Bumthang, so Bumthang, despite being one military tech behind, is going to provide a lot of troops to this entire war. Therefore, Chu Chen should win this. Myeongvox is looking large and in charge. Oh, 9X being attacked by Zanskar once more. Slot machine going down, slowly but surely. Sapphire Paradox finished annexing Zarkunias. So, disappointment within my own self. ... Also, Crete being colonized by Neosvakes. I'm happy that they're still alive, but I have to imagine that, it's not even the same Neosvakes that I once knew, because goddammit, they're a kingdom and they're supposed to be a republic. Oh well. September 1st of this year, and we'll call it there. 9X slowly succumbing, and Myeongvox, they're trying, but it's just not gonna be enough. They got sent back from trying to invade Bumthang, and Chu Chen, they're gonna be capitalizing on that and pushing ever further to Pu'er as well as Hisenui. And with that, we can call it firmly and cut the tape for part 3. Look at that reformed. It's going strong. There isn't any nation that did convert to Protestantism, so we'll see. Maybe the church in England, or the Church of Wales, will come about and we'll get Anglican, but I'm not entirely sure. But for now, we can just chillax and then look forward to part 4. Let's go see that leaderboard. Okay, in first place is Sapphire Paradox. In second place is Saint-Onge. In third place is Alemanni. In fourth place is Albania. In fifth place is Cheruski. In sixth place is Wales. In seventh place is Dumnonia. In eighth place is the Papal State. In ninth place is Vicura. In 10th place is Kaguda. In 11th place is OQ4. And in 12th place is Wallachia. That'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in part 4.